Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So today we do have three very important topics to talk about, and we do have one topic that's very surprising that came out like about 6 to 7 hours ago, and we are going to talk about that last. But the first one that we are going to talk about is TODIBO'S. So yesterday there was a game where Dortmund and SCHALKE did play. That game ended up being 4-0, and it was one of the first games that happened after the whole pandemic break. And in this match, Todibo happened to play. And the reason why I'm saying this is because Todibo right now is very hot in this transfer window. Like, we don't know where Todibo is going to end up. He might stay at Barcelona. He might come back to FC Barcelona. He might stay at Schalke. He might go to a club like Juventus. We don't know. But what we do know is that Todibo did not impress in this match. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there's a report that says Todibo only managed to play 45 minutes against Dortmund before he had to be taken off injured. And throughout those 45 minutes, Todibo did not impress. And this is something that we should have all expected, because I really just don't expect any player to come back after this whole break and play like they used to play 2 to 3 months ago, which is why I am not that frustrated at Todibo, because right now the fans, everyone on the media like Instagram, Twitter, ESPN, every Barcelona fan, we're so frustrated that Todibo came with this type of performance. But yet we have to take into account that a lot of these players haven't played a real match since March. And in this match, Todibo was beaten by Haaland, and Haaland did score that goal, so Todibo was playing pretty bad. I'm not going to lie, but many players did pass him in this match. But we have to remember, this was the first game back, and multiple players looked really out of shape. But even with that being said, yes, people do have a point that Todibo should have impressed in this match. Like, he should have known that, okay, I'm going to be the only Barcelona player that's going to be playing in this match, besides Miranda, right? But he's going to be the only one there. The world is going to be watching one of the first football games back after the pandemic. I should be able to put out a good performance, but Todibo didn't do that. And the reason why I'm saying this, right, is because look, the world wanted to see what the first football game would look like after this break. And I just have this feeling that multiple clubs were watching this game. Even the people who do not follow the German league were watching this game, because people were just desperate to see some type of football on TV. So yes, clubs were watching this game, and I'm talking about Juventus, maybe even Inter Milan, PSG, but most importantly, FC Barcelona. And the reason why I want to point out FC Barcelona is because this would have been a great chance for Todibo to impress, and for FC Barcelona to look at that. They can finally say, okay, look, Todibo doesn't play as bad as we think. He does look like he's ready. He looks like he can mark very well, especially against Haaland. And again, for Barcelona to already have Todibo in their hands, Todibo should have impressed, because Barcelona can easily say, okay, Todibo actually looks pretty good, let's bring him back in. But that wasn't the case. Todibo did play really bad. I believe that Barcelona will continue to examine this player when their next match does come again. Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about La Liga. So according to Catalan radio, the government has allowed professional football teams across Spain to train in groups of up to 14 players starting Monday. And so they are really speeding up this process, because not too long ago we were talking about La Liga being cancelled. But we do have Javier Tebas, who is the president of La Liga. Throughout this whole window of this break, he was pushing for the league to start again. And this report that came out from Catalan radio, this is reflecting Tebas' optimism towards restarting this league again. And it should be that way, because if we follow the clean procedures and we do what we need to do, everything will be okay. And so I really do appreciate Javier Tebas, who again is the president of La Liga, to really be optimistic about bringing back the league without worrying about anything. But I believe that the real objective, like the real problem to get through, is how are we going to bring in the fans back in, and how are we going to make these fans follow a specific procedure in order for no one to be put at risk. That is the real objective to go through, and this should be a topic that the league needs to talk about. Because look, for example, if we looked at the Schalke versus Dortmund game, without the fans it looked so dead. Just everything in that match looked very unordinary, and the fans are needed. And so this is a discussion that not just we need to talk about, but the league and multiple other leagues around the world need to talk about. So I'm not going to speak too much on this and go even further, because I don't want to get flagged. But yeah, that is the real question, is about the fans. How should La Liga approach and decide bringing back the fans? And I was thinking about solutions on how La Liga can approach this, and I was just thinking about like maybe cutting half of the capacity off. So let's say Barcelona can fit 100,000 people. We cut that by only 50, and only 50,000 people can enter this match, and then have everybody one seat apart from each other. Maybe that could be a solution, or that could be a very bad solution. But yeah, I was thinking about all of these solutions and how we can work things out, because we really do need the fans. But regardless, we are going to see football back. Football is coming back, and it's coming back fast. And so for all of you guys who have missed football like me, yes, it is coming back. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There's so much to look forward to. It does bring a smile on my face because everything is slowly coming back to normal, and we will follow closely on what this training session could look like when they do put the 14 players back in together, which will be tomorrow on Monday. And I think one of the best moves Quique Setién could do is to put his projected starting 11 in that group of 14 players, just so they can gel better and get to know each other better, to fasten the process of gelling that starting 11 back together. I think that Quique Setién should do that, because again, we don't want to go into that first game and look like we haven't played in 2 years. So now moving on to the last topic of the day, and this is a discussion that we really do need to discuss. So according to Sport, they came out with a report about from 8 to 9 hours ago, and they said this: Barcelona have reached an agreement in principle over a deal that will see Pjanic and De Sciglio join Barcelona alongside 25 million euros, with Semedo going to Juventus. Semedo and Juventus are now in the final stages of negotiating. And so look, if Barcelona pull this off, I will be okay with it. And let me explain why. Because I think that the key is not bringing in Pjanic and De Sciglio. I think the real key to this operation is that 25 million euros that Juventus will be giving us. And again, I'm going to explain what I mean by this, because look, according to Jared Romero and multiple other sources, he confirmed that in order for Dest to arrive at Barcelona, the club should pay 20 million euros. They are interested in him if Semedo leaves. And just to go into further depth on this whole Dest to FC Barcelona transfer, Ajax do not want to swap any players. They don't want to bring any of our players in. They just want straight cash, which is the 20 million euros. And that is where the 25 million from Juventus comes into play. Barcelona can use that 25 million euros and bring in Sergino Dest, which basically means that in order for Dest to come in to FC Barcelona this summer, Semedo has to leave first, which means that this operation must go through. Now, I really want to dig deeper into this Dest operation. So according to Mike Verwijs, he said only Bayern has made a concrete approach for Dest. Barcelona inquired about the situation of the right back of Ajax, just like PSG and Dortmund. However, because of the pandemic issue, everyone is waiting things out. So what does this mean? It means that Barcelona did not make a real approach towards Dest. We have to remember what we talked about in the last video. Barcelona only asked for basic information, which is like, is Dest going to be available this summer? That's about it. They didn't go any further with that. They just want to know the status of this player. But Barcelona is keeping tabs on Dest, and it could further grow later this summer. But look, there has been no agreement between Barcelona and Juventus in order for this operation to be completed. But it is still possible. This whole operation is still possible to go through. And the reason why I'm saying this and to strengthen this statement is because Semedo has not renewed his contract, and he doesn't look like he will renew his contract. And so look, I really want to further my opinion on this whole operation. So here's the thing: if Barcelona plan to let go of Nelson Semedo to bring in only De Sciglio and Pjanic, then I don't want this operation to be completed. Because like I said before, if Barcelona is planning to take away Semedo and bring in De Sciglio and use him as our second option right next to Sergio Roberto, I really don't want that to happen. That's only going to weaken our defense, because if we compare Semedo to De Sciglio and Sergio Roberto, it would not be worth it. So Barcelona needs to back this up. Like, I want to feel comfortable that if Semedo leaves, we will be okay in that right back position. But if Semedo gets traded in for De Sciglio and Pjanic, and we use that 25 million euros to bring in Dest, then this is automatically going to be one of Barcelona's best deals this summer. And I really do believe that this is going to happen. I really do think that this is Barcelona's big plan in the summer. And I'm only saying this because I believe that Barcelona's big motive on getting this deal done is because of what happened 6 months ago. Barcelona was in a situation where their squad was so thin that they had to bring in another player from another La Liga team outside of the transfer window. And I know that Barcelona do not want this to happen in any part of their squad. They don't want to run out of right backs. They don't want to run run out of left backs or center backs, and they don't want to run out of attacking options. So I am very pro with this whole Dest move. Again, I think that Dest is a tremendous talent. He is from USA. This makes me so excited. I want to see Dest in a Barcelona shirt. It's only going to bring healthy competition on that right side with De Sciglio being the backup option. I think that would be the best move for FC Barcelona. But again, for that to happen, we must get through this whole Semedo operation and complete this deal. This deal has to go through first, because if not, the Dest to Barcelona is not going to happen. And there has been reports on Sarri, which is the Juventus coach, there has been reports that he does want to bring in Jorginho from Chelsea and give in Pjanic in order to bring Jorginho in. So Chelsea and Juventus do have a operation on their own where they do want to swap players, but it says here, according to James Oli, he claimed that Chelsea are looking to offload several players this summer, but Kante is not among them. Club also like to resist offers for Jorginho too, although Juventus won't give up easily. So we shouldn't worry about that too much. I don't think that Jorginho and the Pjanic swap deal is going to happen. Chelsea do not want to let that go. So all eyes is going to be on Semedo, Pjanic, and De Sciglio. This operation has to get done. And again, just for the final conclusion of this whole video, the key to this is what is Barcelona going to do with this 25 million euros. And I really do think that Barcelona's intentions is to use that 25 million to bring in Dest. And this will be the direction they will go for. So it makes me very excited. Is this complicated? Yes, it is, but it is still possible. There is going to be a lot of swap deals. Bartomeu has explained this 2 to 3 months ago, and it is happening now. We are seeing all of these plans get taken into action. And if we can just bring in Dest and Lautaro Martinez, this will be a huge win for FC Barcelona. So that is it for today's Barcelona daily news. Let me know what you guys think about this operation. Do you guys believe that this operation will go through, which is between Semedo, De Sciglio, and Pjanic? And if we do get that 25 million, how do you think we should spend that 25 million? Do you believe that you want to use it to bring in Dest, or you can have a different opinion? Maybe you want to use that 25 million in order to secure that deal with Lautaro Martinez. Let me know what you guys think. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. This is what we do. We talk about transfer news. We talk about Barcelona matches. We analyze them. We analyze what they can do better. So if you are a Barcelona fan, subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.